It's on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Today we're going over some rounding. I'm going to work 4 problems with you today. 3 of the ones that you see on the board. We're going to round this number to the nearest tenth. This one to the nearest whole number. And this one to the nearest hundredth. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. So our third block, math class with Strahan.
Yeah.
Do you want us to send them as be the second half of your class?
Yeah, send them on in.
That's okay. And then in
Yeah.
your flex, you just keep on working on math?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all good. Uh-huh. All right. So now I've taught you your place values. It's in your electronic math journal. You glued it into your regular math journal, so you know your place values. So if I said what number is in the tenths place, you could all tell me it was the
4.
the love of teeth.
3.
The 3. This 3. The tenths place is the first place behind the decimal. Just think of dimes. 10 dimes and $1. So it's the tenths place. Now when rounding, the first thing you have to identify is obviously the number you're rounding. Then you have to look behind it. Now the way I word it, and I want you to start thinking of it, is this. I'm going to either add 1 to the 3 or I'm going to add 0 to the 3. I'm either going to add 1 to the 3 or 0 to the 3. And I want you to start thinking about it in that way. No, I didn't call you all crazy. I just meant thinking about it in that way. And there's a reason why I say add 1 or add 0. And I'll get to that after I do these 3. So the number behind it, if it is 5, or if it's 5 or more, we do what?
10.
We add 1 to the place we're rounding. Add 1 more. If it's less than 5,
We take.
we add 0 or we leave it the same.
Yes, we
Okay? Now the reason we're adding 0. Okay? So now I don't have anything to carry. Sometimes when I add 1, I'm going to have to carry. That's why I say don't just move it up. Okay, so this will be 3.3. I could put 3.300, but that doesn't change the value. That's like having 3 and 3/10. Oh yeah? I'm going to add 0 hundredths. Oh yeah? I'm going to add 0 thousandths. So I'm not adding anything to it by putting zeros in these place values. Make pennies? Good. The next one, we're rounding to the nearest whole number. This is where I get lots of questions.
I don't understand. When we're rounding to the nearest whole number, what we're supposed to do?
What place value is going to be the whole number?
3.
What place value?
The 1.
The ones place. Because everything in front of the decimal point is a whole. We have 3 wholes and then some parts of a whole. So the ones place, when it says nearest whole number, that's the place you're rounding to, is the ones place. And so I'm going to look behind it. Am I going to add 1 or am I going to add 0 to the ones place? I'm going to add 0. And so that becomes 3. I can leave it as 3. I can make it 3.0. I can make it 3.00. I can make it 3.000. And it's not going to change the value. It's not going to change the value. I promise. Okay. And the next one, rounding to the nearest hundredth. The 4 is in the hundredths place. Behind it is what place value? The thousandths place. Man, you guys are awesome. The number in the thousandths place is a 1. So do I add 1 to the 4 or add 0?
Add 0.
Add 0. So none of these did I have to change. I just have to remember I can't put 4-1 here. I've seen too many people that put the numbers behind it and just leave them the same. That's cray-cray. That's not rounding. It's cray-cray. Now, why does Mr. McMurdo say add 1 or add 0? Let's say we had 7.965. Okay? We're going to round this to the hundredths place. Yeah, let's round it to the 10th place. So we're gonna round it to the 10th place. Now, behind the 10th place, that is a horrible looking 6, but it is a 6. So what am I gonna do to my 9?
Add 1.
Add 1. Now, what I've seen too many people is just change this to a 0 and then leave it to 7.0, and that doesn't work. That's why I say add 1 or add 0, and we're going to add 1 here. Now, 9 plus 1 is?
10.
So we have 10 tenths, so we need to change, we're going to change it instead to a 1 whole. That is the reason I say add 1, because too many times I've seen people go, oh, that 9 becomes a 0 and leave it 7.0. That's not the way it's supposed to happen. So if you think of adding 1 or adding 0, it's going to make it fewer mistakes. Does that make sense? We're all good. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom! Shakalaka, peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today. Save the bees.